Yes, thank you very much. I apologize for not being here for the whole time. I had another debate on precarious working conditions, which is very important. We discussed, in fact, that young asylum seekers and refugees have these, are one of the vulnerable groups affected by that. But I'm happy I can be here now, and I've been updated by my office on the ongoing discussion. I want to first of all thank Julie Ward for having had the idea of organizing such an important and timely debate on the World Refugee Day, together with EIF. We are both members of the steering committee of this organization that I think allows also, like in this case, to have a frank and direct exchange between legislators and the stakeholders of all kinds. I have to say, some of you, I know you know it, I've been the rapporteur on the integration of asylum seekers and refugees in the labor market and in society in Europe for this mandate. We approved my report on that in 2016. And I immediately wanted to adhere to this occasion of debate, because one point I've been pinpointing in my work has been that, in fact, connectivity, apps, digital portals, digital infrastructure, you have been discussing about that too, are very crucial elements of integration of refugees, and especially have been discussing with many stakeholders and many organizations, both private and also NGOs, private companies and NGOs that have been developing instruments for and also public institutions, not just the app Uncommon from the federal government of Germany. So developing instruments that are using the digital environment for skills certification, for learning about rights and duties, to learn about opportunities, to also create occasions of meeting and matching between locals and asylum seekers and refugees. And this is an ongoing development. And so what we discussed also as Parliament is how we can support that, because, you know, there is a prejudice also. There is this idea that the fact that asylum seekers and refugees, they come often with a smartphone, one only thing they sometimes have, in fact. And this is looked upon negatively by many people, like saying, I've seen a lot of propaganda saying that's the, they are not so in such a bad, difficult situation because they have a mean of communication. While the point is obviously that we know that part of the flows of migrants and asylum seekers and refugees are also linked to an interconnected world where people, when they move, they want to maintain the possibility to communicate with the place they come from. And in fact, in this case, with connectivity, they can have a lot of opportunity and possibilities in the place they come to. And this must be put as a positive case, as a positive possibility, not as an issue of contempt or negative political discourse. This must be a strong statement from us, because it's still a lot discussed with media headlines pointing at this aspect. This is something that is natural. People that leave their homes, they want to be in contact and they will have opportunities. Also, apart from the smartphones that I mentioned, there is the need from the public institutions to provide anyway, when they deal with integration measures, the opportunities for people to connect and to have access to the internet. I think that it's a crucial, I would say a fundamental right for a person who can, through that, find the needed informations to find a new path in their life. So I am looking forward in working on the new MFF especially, that blends together in the ESF Plus. I am the recently appointed shadow rapporteur for the Socialists and Democrats group of the new European Social Fund Plus for the next multi-annual financial framework. And we gathered, at least in the proposal of the Commission, inside the ESF Plus, also the funds that were dealing with the integration of refugees, the AMIF and the FEAD. And so we will work in an integrated manner on working on the ESF. And I think this has challenges, because it's challenging that there is this decision of combining different funds, but also it can be an opportunity for synergies, considering that inside the ESF Plus we will also have the new initiative on digital skills. So we can connect together these streams of work that we will do as Parliament to provide more and better opportunities for all people, in this case, especially for obviously asylum seekers and refugees, for better connectivity and more opportunities through the internet and the ICTs, following the examples that are already there. I mentioned some existing initiatives, both from private sector, from NGOs, from public, and go on with that. So again, I want to thank Julie before she leaves for this opportunity, and I hope we can continue working together. Also, as I said, on the future work that we are doing as Parliament, as an institutions, to develop more opportunities for the development of these important, I think, part of the struggle, of the commitment that we are putting together for integrating new Europeans in our societies. So thank you very much, and I think this can be the concluding remarks.